I'd probably fill it with the wicket first, Adam Gilchrist, just because new ball, so explosive, can rip a team apart in the first 6 overs, and also he fills the keeping spot. With him, probably Marcus Trescothick. He's still, even today, smashing thousands of runs in first-class cricket, and probably would walk into the England team now if he wanted to. I still think he's the best in the county game. Number 3, someone I'd say like Mahela Jayawardene, someone who can steady it a little bit if there's the bad start, or if he needed to keep on going. He's very he can change his game to which situation he wants to play in. Number 4, someone like Jack Callis. Again, same as Mahela Jayawardene, he can change his game to what he needs to with the bat, but also he offers something with the ball. Come in and bowl a few overs, whether it be in the middle or at the death. Number 5, I'd probably go for a guy like Andrew Flintoff. Again, same as Jack Callis, he can smack the ball out of the park, and also he bowls. He can be, at one time he was one of the best bowlers in the world. Very hard to hit, and so I'd probably go with him. Probably before him, though, I'd have Ken Peterson at 5. Again, he can play any innings he wants to in any situation. And 2020s, it seems, is his better, shorter format of the game. He did well in the World Cup and really excels in 2020. Where am I, number 7? Probably another all-rounder. I'd probably go for someone like Sean Pollock, just to bulk up both batting and bowling again. And then my quickies I'd have Wasim Akram. I never obviously played against him, but watching him in footage, it looked like he was a nightmare to face. Quick, really quick, and someone who could tear an innings apart early on. I'd probably go with someone with a bit of bounce, like maybe an Ambrose or a Walsh as well, to partner him. Someone like Steyn, quick and swings the ball early on, and then a mystery spinner like Murray-Lutheran, probably, to just bamboozle teams in the middle.
All-time 2020 team would probably be Afridi, Gilchrist, Hayden, Wasim Akram, Glenn McGrath, Flintoff. Just basically destructive players who can take the game away for you in no matter than 3 or 4 overs, people like that.
My all-time T20 teams, difficult question to answer that. I think people like Adam Gilchrist would be in it, Kieran Pollard, who's playing at the moment, Matthew Hayden, Freddie Flintoff, Wakar Yunis, Shane Warne, Viv Richards I think would go in there, possibly Brian Lara and his pomp, Sachin Tendulkar. There's so many good players, it's very difficult to choose, but all of those names I've mentioned would have to be in with a shout.
I guess you have to look at some of the big hitters such as Chris Gale, Matt Hayden, Kieran Pollard, these guys who can just hit the ball out of the ground for fun. Going back to a few of the legends, sort of Brian Lara, Shane Warne, guys like that, Wasim Akram, and then a few of the great spinners such as Saklan Mushtaq, just to take a few wickets for me if possible.
Definitely Adam Gilchrist, Chris Gale. I would have Matthew Hayden, Virender Sehwag, Brett Lee, Shane Warne, Shoaib Akhtar, Sean Tate. I like all the guys who whack it out the park, and those sort of legends of the game, and the guys who bowl 90 plus miles an hour. Watching them is really exciting, and watching the batters try to face them.
I have to throw some big names out there: Chris Gale, Matthew Hayden, Dave Warner, all destructive players that could take the game away. Bowlers, Tate, Shane Warne. I have to get Paul Borrington in there as well to hold up the middle order, glue that middle order together.
I don't know, probably have Sehwag in there, opening up, maybe with Gale. They're pretty destructive. Definitely have both of them in there somewhere. Shane Warne, and bowling wise, I don't know, Wasim Akram, definitely, and maybe Glenn McGrath, two serious bowlers, and probably in the middle order, can't go far on with Tendulkar and maybe someone like Peterson.
Okay, my all-time dream T20 team would probably be Gale, Hayden, at the top of the order, just those such explosive batters. Then I would probably go Tendulkar 3, De Villiers 4, both of them shot makers, and find boundaries with ease. Middle order, look at Pollard, someone like then I'd throw in MS Dhoni as my keeper at probably 6. LB Morkel as my all-rounder, mainly as a batting all-rounder, and he gives it a smack. Bowling wise, probably go Dale Steyn, Lasif Malinga and Sean Tate, and then I would throw in Murali as my spin bowler.
In my all-time dream T20 team would consist of some players from the past, some players from now. I'd certainly like to see Sanath Jayasuriya at the top of the order, taking down the bowlers. And for that same reason, Adam Gilchrist, another left-hander. He'd also keep wicket in my side. Ricky Ponting, he would make my team, no question. Kevin Peterson, and some bowlers. I'd like to see Brett Lee, Shoaib Akhtar in there, causing some fear in the opponents. Matai Muratharan would be my first spinner, and Shane Warne as a second. Not a bad side so far. And maybe Ian Botham would have done quite well in 2020 had it been around at that time. So there's the makings of my team. It would take a long time actually to finalise it, I think, but that's the makings of my team.